In this tutorial, we're going to examine how to add pages to the Prairie Learning Centre website. First of all, of course, we need to be logged in as an account that has administrative privileges, and we come down to our administration menu here and click Create Content. Now, there are basically two kinds of content that you will want to create. One is a book page, and a book page allows you to create nested page structures which have built-in navigation, and you see those over here on the right hand side in the Come Join Us section. Each of these is a book with pages underneath it. So that's a book page. The other way is to create a page. Now a page can appear as a link in one of two places. Either up here in this top menu bar, which is the primary links area, or down here in this sidebar area, which is the secondary links area. So let's look at creating a book page first. We give our page a title. Now we might be tempted to go in here and set things under menu settings, but if you create a menu link title here, then it's going to appear in one of these other menu areas, and we don't want that, so we'll actually leave that blank. We'll create a body. And of course you can format that using all of the tools that you have up here. You can add images and so on. We have to set the input format. We'll set that to full HTML, and that'll assure that any of the HTML formatting that we have applied in the body shows up the way we want it to. Otherwise, with filtered HTML, the results can be sometimes unpredictable and undesirable. We now have to set the book outline. That will determine where in this menu structure on the side our new page will appear. We can set it as a page within an existing book, or we can create a new book. So we could assign it to the About PLC book, in which case it would appear as a page underneath that, or we can create a new book. If we set it as under About PLC, we're going to be asked for the parent item. Is it going to be a page under About the PLC, or is it going to be a page underneath one of the existing pages? In this case though, let's just examine what happens if we create a new book. When we create a new book, it no longer asks us for a parent because it's the top level page in that book. No matter which method we use though, it will always ask us for a weight. A weight determines where in the menu structure a page exists. So the higher the number, the lower down the list the page will exist. So for example, if I want this book to appear as the last in that list, I'll pick a fairly high number. And you'll notice that you can also pick negative numbers, so that way if you've numbered your pages 1 to 5 and you want to put something before 1, you can choose 0 or a negative number to put it at the top. We've set that. We'll make a note that under publishing options, it defaults to publishing the page the moment you save it. This may not be what you want to do. For example, if you want to work on a page over a period of time, you can uncheck this published option and just click save. And you can save the page and come back and work on it again. When you're finally ready to publish it, you'll check this box and then save it. Also note that under authoring information here, we can say who authored this particular item. And so if someone else has created a page, you've now edited it and would like to take credit for authoring it, you can do so by changing that, putting your username in there. Note too that you can specify the time that it was authored. So if you are creating a page that really has content that's older, you can backdate that page. If you leave it blank, it's just going to set that timestamp as the date you hit the submit button. Alright, let's just see what the results are here when we click save. So you see our Ferret blog immediately appears as the last item in the list underneath our other books. Now the reason it has a regular bullet and not one of these triangles is that there are no sub-pages underneath it. These triangles indicate that and suggest that by clicking on that you can expand those books and see the pages that lie underneath. The moment you would put a sub-page under the Ferret blog, you would automatically see that triangle as opposed to the bullets. Now, we don't actually want that page to exist long term, so we're going to go back and show you how to delete a page. We go to Administer. Sorry. Yes, that's right. Content Management. Content. And we get a list of all the things we've created within our website. We're just going to check that Ferret blog. That's selected now. And up here choose Delete. The moment we hit Update, we will go through the process of deleting the Ferret blog. It asks us for confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete it? And we will say yes. Now, let's look at creating the other types of pages. So we're going to go back to Create Content. This time we're going to pick Page instead of Book Page, although the process is really identical. Under Title, we'll use the same title, but this time we're going to set a menu title. And we'll leave this parent item as primary links. Remember I said that up here, this menu across the top is our primary links menu. And again, we'll set the weight to be something fairly large so it appears as the last item. We create our page. We set our input format to full HTML. This time we don't set a book outline. And once again, we will publish this just so that we see how it looks. So when we save that, we'll notice that immediately Ferret blog is added as a link to our primary links. Now, let's say we didn't want it there, we wanted it down here in this links area. We could just go edit that. And instead of choosing primary links as our parent, we could choose secondary links as our parent. That's what this area is here. And when we save that, we now see Ferret blog as a link on the right hand side. Once again, to get rid of that, we'd go to Administer, click on Content, check off the page we want to get rid of. Note too that we can unpublish a page if we want to edit it and don't want people to see our edits as we're working on it. But in this case, we're going to get rid of it permanently. And that's the basics of creating pages for your Prairie Learning Centre website.